this is for you guys. This is y'all's platform. Shannon and I are going to be posting and monitoring and encouraging, but this is really for you guys to take it and run with it. You know, find people who are in your industry or live near you, or, you know, or reach out a hand to help or ask for help. I mean, that is what our goal is that all of our members of the Snow family, you know, alumni and current, you know, really connect and help out. And then you know, you can see things that events that we're doing, and, you know, come and join us. You know, hopefully COVID won't be around forever.
Yeah.
We can get to, you know, our normal life. Take it away, Shannon.
Okay, perfect. So I've shared my screen of my view for you all. So I feel like the feed is pretty straightforward. I don't know that I necessarily need to go over anything there with you all, but you know, when you get a chance, if you haven't already, definitely scroll down and take a look at what we've posted so far. You know, we can pin posts here. So if we think something is important, we can keep it at the top for you all to see, but it's not necessarily the first thing we've posted. So if you scroll down, you'll see that there are other posts, like just today, this morning, I posted something, and you can scroll in and see what else has been done here. And you as users are welcome to post here and share life updates, just like you would on social media. Or just share professional updates too. You know, anything that you can think of that you want to share, this is your space. So going into that, over here on the left-hand side, so we're going to just quickly go into the directory. You know, you can typically see the list of people who have recently joined, but you can search for people, you can search for a name up here, the search box. You can also search for people in your industry. And it automatically suggests people that match your industry. So Leslie and I are matched with each other because, you know, I think we listed nonprofit work or education. But as well, you can filter your search here on the right-hand side. So if you're looking for an industry that doesn't match with yours, or if you're looking for something that is not a part of your profile settings, this is the best way to do it, to filter for it on this right-hand side here. Because, for example, my industry is only going to show people who match my industry. But if I want to see someone outside of my industry and I want to connect with them for whatever reason, the best thing to do is to search for it here on this left, or on this right-hand side. Leslie, do you think there's anything important to touch on there?
No, I mean, I think that's, you know, the affiliation is just whether you're student or alumni on the right-hand side. So you can click that you're looking for both, or if you only wanted to look for alumni, you know, that's just what that is. Those are the only two affiliations that are in
at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah. We plan to add more. Okay, so mentoring. So this is going to be great for a lot of you that are looking for mentors, as well as who are happy to offer mentoring advice to current scholars. So I set up my user view so that you could see what it looks like as someone seeking a mentor. You know, they will suggest matches for you based off of your location, your industry, other details that I cannot remember at this time, but there's a lot of different settings that we have enabled on the back end to match people and to suggest matches for you based off of your interests and their interests as well. So, and if you're looking for a mentor, definitely take up the opportunity and connect with someone and message them, and just, you know, we'll provide more details on how this mentoring works in the future, but it's pretty flexible. You know, it's up to you guys to determine how you want your mentor-mentee relationship to work with each other. But yeah, so we'll go into that.
The important thing here in the mentoring is that if you are looking for a mentor and you fill out, you know, that you want somebody in this industry, or, you know, you want help with resumes or whatever it is that you're looking for, as somebody who is looking for a mentor, once it gives you the people, you have to actually connect with them. Like, that's going to send an email to them that you're, you know, wanting to, you know, you guys can do it by email or however you want it, or just message through here. But if you don't click the connect, it's just matched you with mentors, but nothing is going to happen. And same thing on the mentor side. If you want to help and you see that people have reached out to you, you actually have to take that step. I mean, we could do a program where we're monitoring it and we're matching the people. We didn't really want to do that initially. We kind of wanted you guys to have the freedom to do this yourself. But we do want to make sure that you understand that the matching in and of itself isn't the final step. You want to connect with them. And there's a lot of different ways that, you know, people can help out on both sides. I mean, not everybody is looking for questions in their industry. You know, we have students who, like I said, resume writing or, you know, interviewing techniques or, you know, I mean, the most common one is obviously industry questions, and that can be alumni to alumni. It's not only our current students who are going to be looking for, you know, I mean, somebody who is in the aviation industry and, you know, somebody else is looking to get into that or, you know, wants to network. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, and then as well, you can look at people based off of job function down here at the bottom. So other than being suggested for a match, you can try to find people who have jobs related to operations or education. And you click on that and it should give you a list. Let's try and refresh that. I may have to go back to all actually, or did it automatically? There you go. So, perfect. So I'm going to move on from that tab unless you guys have questions.
I just have one other thing I want to point out. If you're on someone's profile, you can message them. Shannon, show them where they can message them with the icon at the top.
Well, it's actually not, I don't.
Well, I know, actually just click the message.
Yeah, there's, you know, right next to your icon, you should have a message icon that you can click on. So like if you wanted to message me or Leslie, you just type our name in here, click the name, and then you can start your message and they have attachments. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can do group messages, at least not yet. But yeah. Anything else, Leslie?
No, because the other one was if you're on the profile and you just want to message them, it says message right there. So
oh, really? We're still learning the platform as we go. So if there was something I missed, oh yeah, staring me in the face. Sorry, guys. Okay, so and then the jobs board, definitely if you guys are looking for a job, definitely take a look at updates. I mean, just before this session, Leslie added a new job here. It looks like they list these jobs in sequential order. So the most recent job to be posted will be the first. But I mean, these are all still available jobs to look into and to apply for. And then for those of you who are alumni and who might be looking for an employee to hire, you know, you can post jobs here. This is your place to try to search for employment or search for employees and also help and give back to current Snow Scholars that are looking for employment. And then down here, companies and network, this updates regularly. This shows you, it's like shows only up to 6 companies that the most members work at. And it's supposed to update regularly as people join. Okay. And photos, very basic. You can see albums that we'll be adding and just individual photos that we've uploaded. But this, again, this is your space. If you want to share something from your time at George Snow or related to your career, you can upload photos as you like. And as well, anything you post to the feed automatically gets listed as a photo here. And now groups. So Leslie and I decided to just add some groups based off of colleges that most of our students attend. So we have our top Florida schools as available groups right now, but this is something that you all can play with and can add your own groups, can set your own requirements and approval settings for them. So I recently added one just for alumni to join, and if you sign up as an alumni, you automatically get accepted into this group. There's nothing there currently, but there will be soon. And we had one of our Snow Scholars, she's actually in her graduate program right now. She started a public health careers group. So this is a place for people who are in the industry of public health to join and connect with one another. And it's, you know, up to you guys of what you want to talk about. gather advice from each other. But that's just an example of what you can do if you want to start a group for people in pre-med or for people living in a certain area. Um, you know, you can start that group and manage it amongst yourselves. Okay. And then events. So Leslie and I have added 2 events, obviously today's event, Lunch and Learn, and then the Disney movie night. We will be adding more here as we go along, but this is also a place for you all to add events. If there's something going on in your community that you want to share, you can post that as an event here and provide the details of how to sign up and register for that. One of the plans that we have for events is, some of you may know of these classes as Essential Life Seminar classes. It's basically where we work with our current scholars to teach life skills. We're actually going to change the name to Master Class because it's easier to say and remember. But you know, we're going to add more topics for you all to learn, and as well for alumni to learn, but also for alumni who are established in their careers or have certain skill sets that they want to teach to our scholars. You can actually be a part of those master classes. You can teach your own course. If you can think of something that you want to teach, like cooking or like trying to think, financial planning, painting, you know, it doesn't always have to be necessarily like a life skill. It can be also a fun skill. And pretty soon I'll be putting out a survey that asks, you know, what you all would like to teach or what you all would like to learn. So keep an eye on that. It'll be in the feed, but also think amongst yourselves up until then of how you would like to contribute or participate.
Hi, this is Sandy. Sorry, Shannon, do you mind if I interrupt?
Not at all.
And I just noticed I raised my hand. Since you're sharing your screen, you probably don't even notice it on the Zoom platform. I feel like I'm super old. Again, my name is Sandy Noel. I've been a scholar since 2008, 1 digit.
You're not.
But I had a question because I'm at work, technically. I have a meeting in 9 minutes. My one question is, if someone were to post or state anything on the feed, will we get a notification via email? Because I'm glued to my email. If I get a notification that, oh, George Snow's, the network just wrote you an email or someone said this, I'm probably more inclined to read that post via my email to then go, if I have an answer, I'll probably go onto the page. And my second question would be, this is just a thought because I love Tim Snow's Monday motivational messages. A thought would be to receive the Monday, I know he's probably glued to his format, but we could receive those messages via the platform to kind of get us used to going to the platform.
Yeah.
I guess that was a thought, suggestion / question.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Great ones.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
ones.
Definitely do that. Do you think it would just be best for us to post those to the feed for everyone to see?
Yes, because that's something that can never stop. I've been 13 years in and I love reading his Monday motivational messages. I look forward to it, even while I'm at work, just to see, okay, what is he thinking about or a random thought. But that's it. I have to get off, but I really did appreciate this.
Thank you for sharing your advice. And yes, the notifications do go to your email.
Okay,
and if you haven't already, you should download the app to your phone, and there's instructions on here that show you how to do that.
Okay, thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Hi, I also have another question with the platform, right? So I know one thing that my school does, we have a thing called Portfolio, where we kind of like post projects that we like put a lot of effort in that we want to put out there. And I was wondering if you guys have anything like that here, like maybe like through the post that we have, they can like archive it into our account, so then people who are interested in us can see stuff that we posted, like whether it be work or like updates and like a work that we're currently doing or anything like that.
That's interesting. So you're saying like a portfolio, not a resume?
Kind of like a portfolio, yeah, of like showing like writing like articles that you've written for a class that you feel like you put a lot of work in and that it's something that you're kind of proud of that focuses on what you're going towards in the future.
Or like papers you published or CVs or something similar.
That's
Or like
interesting.
even projects in general.
You know, I actually don't know if that's something that we offer. It wasn't something that was taught to us in our trainings with this platform, but if you're interested, I can just try to look into it right now with you and we can try to find it.
Yeah, I can't imagine that if you're putting it just out on the feed, it's not going to save to anything that
Yeah.
I wouldn't think if somebody's looking at your name, they're not going to be able to see that. So I think we would need to find how something like that would be possible, because I don't know where that, it's the main thing that you would be, unless you wanted to have it as part of, but you wouldn't want to have it as part of a group because you're wanting people to see this. You're wanting everybody to see it. The question is where it could be saved.
Right.
And that's something we're going to need to ask the people who are helping us on the platform, because that's a great suggestion.
Hi, quick question. You said there was an app for this network. What would the app be called?
It's the Snow Family Network app. There's actually instructions under photos and also on the feed that show you how to download it. You actually on your phone have to go to your browser and type in snowfamilynetwork.org and then follow the instructions of downloading it. Unfortunately, you can't get it directly through the App Store, but I can actually show you those instructions in just a moment.
Sure, because I was looking at the App Store, couldn't find it.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, I'll show you. So it doesn't look like that is something that we have access to right now, but that is a great suggestion. So we can submit that to them. Something that, something that might work is either in your summary or in your experience. Like maybe if you can link out to our portfolio, that might work. You'd have to create a portfolio from a third party and then just link that out. That's a suggestion. And then, yeah, you would have to post it on the feed, and anything that gets posted as a photo will show up in the photos library. I know these aren't the best options, but there are ways to work around until they can add that type of feature.
And we'll find out and ask and then get back to you.
And, maybe that's something that you all create a group for is portfolios, maybe portfolios for specific industries or areas of study as well. So that's a suggestion as well for you guys. Do you have any more questions? No? Okay, so I'm gonna jump into showing Nada those download instructions. So if you go to photos and then you click specifically on photos right here, download instructions for iOS. Nada, what type of phone do you have?
iPhone 11.
iPhone? Okay, perfect. So that's pretty straightforward. You would go to Snow Family Network on your phone. And then if you click the sharing icon right here, you'll see an option to add to home screen. You should be able to click that and it should appear on your phone's home screen. That's pretty quick. But definitely let us know if you have any struggles with that. And then it's the same instructions, or almost the same instructions for Android. You'll go to the snowfamilynetwork.org and look for 3 dots at the top right of your phone and look for an option that says add to home screen. Okay.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Perfect, you're welcome. All right, let's see here. So we went through events, now business directory. We currently have 2 students who have listed their businesses here. For those of you who are alumni and who want to promote your business, add it here. This is a great way to, try to get more business, more customers coming to you and to advertise yourself. It's or free advertisement. So you should add your business here if you'd like. And from what we've seen on our end, we know that for those people who have added their business here, they've already been reached out by people, through Graduate. So it's already getting some interest. And that's the basics of the platform. For resources, we haven't added anything yet, but as we go along, if we find that an article, or if we find an article that we find to be helpful, or a video or something that we think you all should know, we will put it here. And like I said, we're still learning how this platform works. We've had a little bit of a head start to you all to get familiar with it, but we're also learning as we go. So as we notice changes and you know, things to, as we notice things that we find to be important for you all, we'll notify you through the feed and keep you up to date there. Okay, so that was the basics of how it works. Do you all have any questions or feedback for me?
I have a couple of questions actually. So first off, with regards to, well, first off, thanks a lot for organizing this. I think it's really great to see the wide variety of different like years and different fields that people are in, and just see that there's a lot of George Snow scholars that are interested in staying connected after, you know, receiving the scholarship and stuff. So that's really great. But okay, question time. So can a person have multiple mentees?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's unlimited how many you can have.
Yeah.
I guess it's limited by time, right? But other than
Right.
Yeah.
that, okay.
So the
Cool.
current settings are unlimited here.
Okay.
And I think that's something that you can actually set for yourself. Like these are
Oh,
my
okay.
user settings, but I think you can set that for yourself.
All right. First question. Second question. So one thing that I've been thinking to do. Oh, actually, before that, it says here that it's being recorded. Where are those recordings in case I need them later?
Oh yeah. So after this session is recorded, I'll be posting it to YouTube, but I'll also be sharing it on the feed.
Oh, thank you. So that actually breaks up a follow-up question to what I was going to ask here. So are people interested in a sort of like introductory Python class? Very, very basic programming.
Yes.
I mean, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but yeah, I think so.
Just put a show of hands in the sort of participants list. Can I just sort of see?
I see.
Like
two
there's
yeses
an
so
option. If you
far.
go to reactions, then you can raise hand and you can see how many people are interested.
Let's see.
Well, so far there's 4 people that have said yes.
And people in the chat as well saying yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
This is just the people here in this, you know, in this meeting that are saying this. If this was publicized and offered to all, then I think the group would be rather large. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Or everyone, I suppose.
Is that something that you could teach over Zoom?
I mean, that's one of the things, you know, with programming, you can, can share the screen and stuff. In some regards, it's actually easier to do virtually than it is to do. Fejo, what is physics?
You have somebody that's asking you, Fejo, what your major is.
Yeah, it's physics.
Okay,
I'm a physicist. I got my PhD just this past May. I'm now working as a postdoc at Stanford University, working on making nano fabrication, nanotechnology for really special amplifiers that look for dark matter. So some really cool stuff that I'm doing.
Wow.
I was the only one. I'm sorry. I was wondering because I'm a data science student. So I thought maybe you would be in like a related field to like what I was doing. I was just wondering to connect.
Oh, well, I had to do a lot of data analysis for my PhD. I think it's something like 178 gigabytes worth of data. So 768,000 5,000 data point trait. So time, what's it called? Time. I don't remember the technical term, but you know, time series. That's right. So 768,000 time series data traces that I had to analyze, which was fun. Yeah, and it's nothing actually. Some of my friends I know are going through terabytes of data. He once got a complaint from the university, or like, oh, you know, they give you unlimited data upload, but in reality, they start to freak out when you get close to 10 terabytes. And they were like, you know, I know it says it's unlimited, but like you're using a lot of data. So that was fun. Anyways.
Perfect.
But I do have following up question to the Python class. Okay, so there's interest in it. Yeah, I guess I don't have a lot of time on my end, so I guess I can send emails. If I have any other questions, what's good contact information to reach out about the website, about anything that I come up with?
Yeah, you can email either myself or Leslie. Do you have either of our emails?
I believe I have Leslie's, but actually maybe just writing down both of them right now would be better.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat for you.
Okay, thank you.
Leslie, can you type yours in there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be great to connect with you over email just to figure out, you know, when you would like to schedule that and we can promote it through email and social media and make a flyer up for you. And then, you know, we can either schedule it on our own Zoom account or one that you have, but we'll discuss that over email. Okay, perfect. Any other questions?
Yeah, thanks a lot for your time. Yeah, not that I can think of at the moment. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
For sharing. This is awesome. Okay, so you know, like I said, we went through the basics of the feed and we're learning as we're going. So bear with us if it seems like, you know, there's things that we don't know. We're still trying to get the hang of things here. But you know, some ideas that Leslie and I have are, you know, those master classes that FEJA is interested in teaching. So if you want to teach a course, even if you're a scholar and you have something you're skilled in that you want to teach, you know, you can offer it. And so definitely keep an eye out for a survey coming to you soon on the feed, hopefully by the end of this week. Like Christina, I know, was interested in doing yoga classes in the past. So like if that's something you still want to do, you could offer that to current scholars. Let me see here. So
feedback is huge, guys. So if there's anything that, you know, I mean, when Justin was asking this earlier and we were going to check on that, you know, feedback is, we want to know, since this is y'all's network and this is your platform, what do you want? If there's anything on our end that we can be doing to help facilitate it, you know, I believe that, you know, what we're seeing from most people is everybody is, you know, excited about connecting with people. But it's kind of just like your social media. If you don't go, you know, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're doing, Twitter, whatever you're doing, like it just kind of passes you by, you know, you're just, you're gonna have to kind of remember that you have to keep going back to this and staying involved in it. And even though most of the people are strangers to you, which is unlike, you know, what you might be doing in your social media, that's really kind of what the goal is that we're all meshing together. And, you know, so if you can put it into your, you know, just get used. And that's what initially you guys are going to see, a constant reminders or things that will draw you back in, you know, to come back into the platform so that it becomes more regular for you, rather than, you know, going on, registering, and then not doing anything else again, because that'll kind of defeat the purpose. We need to make sure everybody's like actively engaged with it.
yeah. And, you know, just another thing is, when we set up this platform, we understood that different people have different uses or needs for the platform. You know, the most obvious one is, you know, networking and professional development, but also some people just need connection right now. So we don't just want to be a place where you make connections and you find an internship. You know, we want to help you in every way that we possibly can. So, you know, just keep that in mind as you use the platform. And if you see ways that we can improve our system, that's why the feedback is encouraged and why we want to hear from you of how we can continue that engagement and that connection. And there was something
Anybody
else.
have any questions? Because we don't want to keep you guys for a really long time. I know people are having to sign off. No?
Man, I'm just curious, like, what would you recommend us to post when it comes to like getting ourselves out there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Leslie, do you have any suggestions?
I mean, I would post whatever you're comfortable posting. I mean, you know, there's the icebreaker that Shannon put where people are putting this, but I mean, if there's, you know, I just read this great article, or, you know, I'm having a great day. I mean, it doesn't have to be something that's so focused on only what you're studying, or, I mean, it's not like this is solely industry kind of, you know, it's a networking platform, but really I would put whatever you feel like, you know, putting in, you know. I mean, sometimes if somebody is saying, you know, I'm looking for an internship, you know, instead of, because you can't, if you don't have, if you're not the other end where you're posting a job, I'm looking for an internship in, you know, marine science. Does anybody have any connections? I mean, that's why the more people that are coming in, somebody might see that. and say, wow, I have something that, would help Justin. So it's kind of really whatever you want to post. It's not like there's a limit to this, or it has to be limited to one type of thing.
Yeah, and I think as we all spend more time on this, we'll figure out what we're more comfortable with posting and where we want to post it. Like, there might be a group that's created for environmental science. And that's where you can post updates specific to that. But then on the feed is just like you sharing updates in general about yourself, or just something that you want to show others on the feed. And then another thing that I just wanted to mention, it's a smidge off topic, but like we had mentioned earlier, right now, the people who are joining are alumni and scholars. That's the affiliation that you have to select when you sign up. But we mentioned that we have plans to add more people to this. So this is hopefully going to have, a lot more for both our alumni and our scholars. Our idea is to add board members and other community partners to this platform that can help you all. So I just wanted you all to know that that's a plan that we have in store for you. And that should hopefully help make more connections and, increase employment rates for you all.
That's really it. We don't want to keep you guys on just to keep you on. Please reach out if you have any questions or suggestions. Like, we are all about that. No, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. Like, if anything that you guys want to tell us, I am so excited to see so many different classes represented. I mean, I love that. This is exactly what we wanted with this. So I think it's just going to be awesome. I think everybody has so much to offer everybody else, and we are a family, and I think this is going to be really cool.
Yeah,
thank you guys for joining so much.
Hello. Yeah. My name is Francis. I just have a follow-up question. I know that my brother would benefit for this type of website and these connections, but he's not part of the George Snow scholarships. He was not able to get one. Can he still join to the website and for him to be able to, advance on his career too?
Unfortunately, right now you have to be a scholar or alumni to join.
But I would say two things to that. One, like, he's welcome to see from whatever you have, going on your login and seeing if that would be a benefit for him. And that's something that we need to contemplate in the future, because I've had people who are not board members, we're not alumni, but they want to be mentors. And so that's a thing that we have to figure out, because we do want to make sure that the Snow family has this, but we also, if it's something that can help other people. But for now, he can go onto your login and see what there is to see.
Thank you.
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, so I think we're all set there. And then for those of you who haven't noticed, we added that other event, the movie night. We're going to show the movie Soul, and it's going to be on March 13th at 7 p.m. We only have, I think, one registrant right now under the events tab, but if you go and register, if you're one of the first 10 to register, you'll receive something like a free gift basket in the mail that you can use while you watch the movie with us. So you should definitely register if you want some goodies. Yeah, and our emails are in the chat there, so if you have further questions, you can email us, or you can send us a direct message on the feed, or not on the feed, but on the platform.
You guys have a great day, and everybody stay safe.
Thank you.
Same to you too.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a quick question that's unrelated to the platform.
Okay.
But first, I want to say thank you so much for having this orientation. This was really great. I'm definitely going to sign up after this is over. But I had a question in regards to the Snow Alumni Scholarship. I don't know if you were comfortable or willing to answer right now while it's like still recording, or if you wanted to end it.
The graduate school scholarship?
Yes. So I was wondering, did you have like any advice, or if there's something different that you're looking for this time around when applying? I saw that there was like new board members, so I didn't know if they were looking for something specific, or you have any tips for me for applying this cycle, since I missed the last deadline because I was like unsure if I was going to grad school or not, and then I last minute made the decision to apply. So if you have any tips, they would be greatly appreciated.
Well, so just so you know, board members are actually separate from the selection committee. The selection committee is basically comprised of former, or not former, but current SNO alumni. And one of them actually received the graduate scholarship in the past. So they do the reviewing and the interviewing. And did you say, are you applying, or have you been accepted into a program already?
So I'm currently in my program right now. So I'm in my first year of my program, so it's 2 years long. And so when I originally applied for graduate school, it was like after the scholarship deadline had ended. So I wasn't even sure if I should apply or not, because I wasn't sure if I was going to grad school in the first place. So then once I got in, I was like, oh, let me go see what's going on. And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm late. So I was like, let me see how I can get prepared early for the next cycle.
Yeah.
When you all are accepting, new members again.
Yeah, so the application process is currently open. You should definitely apply. And that was actually something that, I was going to talk to Leslie about, was if it would be a good idea to post that on the platform about just notifying people. We sent out an email and it's on our website, but so you can find it on the website, but I think that might be something that I put on here for you all to see as well. The application's a little bit different than your undergraduate application would have been. I don't know if you guys see it.
Yeah, so I saw it already, but I was just wondering if there was like anything that you could like just
any
freebie info or something.
Fedja, you should answer that question. Fedja received our graduate school scholarship.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so sorry, I was saying something else. So what was could you repeat the question again?
Okay.
I was wondering.
Sorry, I'll let you go.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you had any like tips or anything to help, amplify my application when applying, or anything that they might see to be stellar. I don't know, anything that could possibly help, essentially.
That's a great question. Let's see here. Well, it's been a while since I've done it, so I'd have to think about it. Let me think.
I put Fedja on the spot.
Yeah. Well, with regards to any sort of application, it's usually better to apply. Well, sometimes people are like, oh, I'm not sure if I should. So you had mentioned just a moment ago, you're not sure if you should apply. But it's like, but had I applied? It's usually a good idea to just, whenever you see an opportunity for something, just do it. Even if you're like, if it doesn't turn out perfect, you miss the opportunity. You definitely won't get something if you don't apply. But if you do apply, there's the chance that you might get something. That's one thing. The other thing, so I'm sort of saying stuff in general with these sorts of applications for whatever sort of process you're in, because later on in life, one of the useful thing about scholarships is that they prepare you for more important applications further on in your career. So in my career in science, scholarships are really useful for applying for things like travel grants, because one of the things that they teach you is that it's really important to stick to the format that is used for the particular application, because the last thing that you want is you have to have a stellar application that just doesn't meet the application requirements, and then it just ends up in the trash because, well, it doesn't satisfy. If somebody's going through thousands of applications, they don't have time to check certainly not at the first step to check each one's quality. It just might end up getting trashed. So I'm not sure if this happens in George Snow, but in general, this can happen. I don't know. And if you want more detailed answers, let me do the following. I can put my email here. I don't know if it's on the, I don't don't know if it's on the George Snow portal, that website that you were that Shannon and Leslie were discussing earlier. But if
It
it's
would
not,
be, it
you
would
can
be
reach
if,
out to me.
yeah, it would be under your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh, there I am. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Ola, you
Wonderful.
can message Veja right through here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And when I have a chance, I can go back through this. This was like years ago, 7 years ago, I think. So and then I can let you more detailed answers to your queries, especially with regards like specific to Church Snow. So thanks a lot for asking.
No problem. Thank
Definitely
you.
want to, it's the chance to, when I say brag about yourself, obviously I don't mean it in a conceited way, but you know, it's different than our undergraduate scholarship because undergraduate, you know, you have different levels of achievement in high school, but now for the graduate school scholarship, you're competing against people who are, you know, everybody is accomplished and they're all different levels of what they're involved in. So, you know, you want to make sure what you're studying is, you know, very clear, what you have done is very clear, you know, you follow the requirements like Fedge is saying. You know, if you have to write a statement and you want it to be well written and, you know, everything that you're doing. And as Fedge is saying, that's great, you know, for your future life as well. That should be really kind of the norm that you're, you know, that you're following, taking the time to make sure it's done, you know, as well as you can.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, you know, one of the main things is like looking for the passion in that graduate program. You know, what's the reason for the passion and, you know, explain why. You know, I think that's one of the driving factors. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so we'll post that. And as you guys have questions about the graduate scholarship, you can email me or message me on here. Now, I notice, you know, a trend that we keep doing is, you know, thinking we're going to end and then someone has a question. So I just want to make sure, does anyone have any other questions they can think of that they'd like to talk about? I'll give you.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you guys so much for giving us this opportunity to come and join the Zoom meeting, learn about the Snow Family Network. I'm definitely excited to join and get familiar with it, add some mentors because I could definitely use some. I just wanted to ask, for the internships, mentors, do you guys plan on adding any type of government internships, things that we could apply to, people we could possibly talk to? Because I'm definitely 100% interested in getting into the FBI as my career goal. And it's just like a long process of, you know, going into internships, you know, getting work and building yourself all the way up to where I want to go. So definitely.
What I would say is that the internships that we can post, like, you know, for the summer internships with SBA Communications, that's because somebody reaches out and says, you know, we want to employ, you know, snow scholars.
Okay.
What I would suggest, and Shannon may have different suggestions too, is that I would do two things. I would look in the directory for people who are you know, in criminal justice, or, you know, look within the industry and see if you can find people that are within that. And I would reach out to them and I would say, this is what I'm interested in. Do you have any suggestions of how I could find internships? You can also post that on the feed just as a general ask, you know, keeping in mind, like, we're at 80 members right now. You know, hopefully that is going to continually keep growing. So if you post something on the feed today, I personally would post it again next week. You know, it's kind of like Facebook. You're not going to, how far down on that feed are you going to go? You know, we'd love it if everybody looked at what we have now, but it's going to reach a point where, you know, that's just not going to happen. So as Shannon's showing you, you can see that you can look in these industries and see, you know, oh, Alex Falcone would be a great person to reach out to. He would just be really, he'd be excited to give you advice. But that's one person that's coming up now. You know, again, as more people join this, there could be, you know, 10 other people that are within this. And even if they're not in the government industry, you know, if there certainly may be people who can give you suggestions on, you know, where you should go in order to, you know, for an internship. So
Okay.
I would definitely do both options.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. That definitely helped.
Sure.
We'll definitely keep an eye out for stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, something that has really helped is just by talking about this platform to people in our community, they've come to us and they've said, oh, will you post my job for me? So the hope is that the more we talk about this, you know, amongst ourselves and amongst our community partners, that we'll be able to offer you more opportunities.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Anybody got another question for us? Let's see.
Okay.
I don't think so. Okay. All right. Going.
Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you all for joining. It was nice reconnecting with you all, and hopefully we can do this more often and we can offer different types of sessions like this. And definitely let us know if you have any questions along the way.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.